cut, and a fine to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalan puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor and to the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets. Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walda's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right. Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emma, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emma, throws it down for the two. What a feed into Ben Emma from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
Okay, we are here. A little echo. I knew that was coming up. But Steve Winterhack with you again, along with Jeff Sauer, and we are here to bring you some girls softball action out of the East Central Conference. It's the Waupun Lady Warriors taking on the Winneconne Wolves. And winner of this game will have sole possession of the second place spot in the ECC. Kewaskum leading everybody by a couple of games, these two teams. So, you know, definitely something to play for yet. And these are teams that could face each other fairly early in the tournament in their second game already. So, should be a great game between a couple very good storied programs of the Wolves and the Warriors tonight, Jeff.
When I was talking to Coach Josh Navis on Saturday when I was doing the doubleheader, asked him about how that game went on Friday. He said it ended up 3-2. He said, but they left a whole bunch of hits out there. They were swinging early in their pitch count and trying to hit stuff and just hitting into the ground. So it wasn't his normal hitting team. And he wasn't very confident either with the rain and the weather the way that it was. So he was actually looking forward to getting a second chance at them here at home.
Yeah, Waupun only getting 4 hits in that ball game, so not a lot of output. Of course, the player that they were trying to bat against is not here today, and that is Eden Youngbauer. She's 11-3 on the season with a 2.05 ERA, and she had a really nice game against Waupun in that contest. Youngbauer has 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs only, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts in the ball game, and they edge Waupun out. It's kind of the story of their season. When they play the good teams, they're right there with them, but they lost to Kewaskum both games by 1 run, 4-3 and 3-2, then losing to Winneconne 4-3 over there. So a little disappointing that they couldn't be playing for maybe a chance to maybe sneak in and get themselves a conference championship, but still a great season and a whole lot of softball to be played yet starting next week already for Waupun in the postseason of the regionals. And this could be the team they play in the second game that they would play in the regionals. So, again, this should be kind of a fun game between these two teams. Waupun coached by Josh Navis. And what do they got? Something special with the youth softball set up tonight?
My wife had said something about there was an announcement made at school yesterday that any youth who are wearing a Waupun jersey or Waupun colors would be receiving a free freezy today from the concession stand. So a great way to get people to come here and a chance to get to see the varsity and get a big crowd to give away a couple of freezies. Yeah,
why not? Hopefully they loaded it up. We got a pretty good turnout here with the girls wearing their Waupun jerseys, and it's fun to watch the young ones look up to the older girls, and these girls on the field looked up to the girls that were about 4, 5, 6 year olds older than them. So just a continuous thing that they have going in Waupun. Probably the most steadily a really good program is the softball program here, along with baseball. I think is right up there. Used to be volleyball, but that's not the case anymore. But definitely softball and baseball. So spring sports, we are very blessed and very lucky to be able to see teams like we see here in the city of Waupun in these great facilities. We're going to take a break. Waupun getting set to play their last conference game of the season, taking on the Winneconne Wolves. Back with the beginning of the game and the starting lineups of both teams in just a few minutes on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Looking to boost that bottom line? Check out the Massey Ferguson 7700S Series tractor at Waupun Equipment Company. These versatile machines have a wide selection of engine, transmission, and hydraulic specs so you can get the perfect machine for the work you need it to do. High-quality engineering and the latest precision farming tools add value and help you find new ways to be profitable. All this from the straightforward, dependable Massey Ferguson 7700S Series. See Waupun Equipment in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden for details.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Werner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients.
Yeah, welcome back to Jerry Meadema Fields in Waupun. Steve Winterhack along with Jeff Sauer to bring you some Waupun Lady Warrior softball. They're getting set to take on the Winneconne Wolves. Waupun right now ranked 7th in the state in Division II, and they are sitting at 16-5 overall on the season. And for the Winneconne Wolves, coached by Tyler Lee, they are 13-8 overall. And sitting in second place, tied with Waupun in the ECC. Winneconne, of course, tied with Waupun at 8-3, and then you got Kewaskum at 9-1. Conference champs this year. A tough team, great facilities over there, and an opportunity possibly for one of these teams. Hopefully, it's Waupun with a chance to possibly play these Winneconne, I should say, the Kewaskum Indians coming up here in the postseason. So hopefully that happens.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to see Kewaskum here when they played it here, but it certainly they were close. This team is pretty evenly matched, and if I remember correctly, unless the changes, I think Winneconne was ranked 8th in the state, if I recall. And I'll do some digging to bring that up.
Yeah, I looked before and I didn't see their name on there, but maybe they were on there. They should be on there. But Kewaskum, I don't think, was on there.
No, that one surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, they won the conference, had themselves a great season. So maybe Winneconne was on there. I just skipped over them.
Should be back if you can get booted back in.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on Allphase.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Steve and Jeff with you again back at Jerry Meadham Field in Waupun. And again, the Lady Warriors getting set to play their last game of the season. The regular season, that is. And they'll be taking on the Winneconne Wolves, a battle for second place in the East Central Conference. Let's take a look at Waupun and them defensively. For Waupun in the pitching circle is Addie Braun. She's 8-1 on the season with a .86 ERA and 66 strikeouts. So for somebody who didn't pitch a lot in the beginning, kind of coming back from that knee injury, seems like she's in a pretty good groove right now. Kaylee Westfall behind home plate. First baseman is Lexi Gerritsen. Carly White at second base. Kylie Plime is at shortstop, and Lexi Lehman at third base. Left to right in the Waupun outfield, Olivia Lease, Rowan Harder, and Ava Van de Zan. Taking a look at the batting order for the Winneconne Wolves, Claire Collot. He is the shortstop and batting first, followed by Claire Schaefer, the center fielder, and Nora Kutnick is the pitcher and batting third. Maddox Stilley is batting fourth and is the catcher, followed by second baseman Izzy Schaefer, followed by designated player Aubrey Thorpe. Audra Schaefer batting seventh. She is the third baseman. Then Neela Gardner is the right fielder batting eighth, followed by Anna Mineur, the left fielder. We are ready to play ball. Here's the first pitch of the game. First pitch is going to miss just a bit high for ball one.
First pitch, 4:44 p.m. Temperature 75.
We're waiting for that cold snap to come in and drop. At least got to be at least 16 degrees within an hour.
The pneumonia front.
The pneumonia front is coming in. We're waiting. I did bring a jacket just in case, but we will see if that happens or not. Right now, beautiful night for some softball. Diamonds look perfect as they usually do. Called strike on the next pitch in. Makes the count 2-1 to Collot. And Waupun pitching Aubrey Farley in that last meeting last week Friday. Next one is swung on and fouled back, and Aubrey having herself a pretty good game. 6 innings pitched, gave up 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So this is a different pitcher than what they saw on Friday. Seeing Addie Braun in the pitching circle. Next one is also swung on and fouled out of play over on the first base side. Yeah, so just a lot of girls coming up to get their free freezies right now. I think hopefully the machine doesn't freeze up. You see a few of my little nieces out there, too.
It's nice to watch them. They're going right into the stands to watch, so that's fantastic. And they're not packing up and going home yet, so that's good.
Yeah, it gets them excited about it, know what they're kind of shooting for. This is your goal, to be able to play out here. This one's popped out towards right field, and underneath it is Ava Van de Zan, brings it in for out number one. So fly out to right field to get things going, and Claire Schaefer, the center fielder. He is stepping up to the plate now. Claire, their center fielder again. Let's take a look at what she's been doing during the season. Claire is batting .387 with 17 stolen bases, so again, a dangerous person to have on the base paths. Right-handed hitter. Thanks for joining us here at Jerry Meadham Field and on Radio Plus. If you are the people joining us for that, if you want to let us know you're out there, make sure to go on the chat. Write a message. I did that the other day when you were doing the game on Saturday morning with Laconia, the doubleheader, and we on our way up north, and we were listening and watching for a while. Strike on the next pitch in. And you responded. I heard you talk about it later on.
Yeah, I did. I didn't think about it early enough that with everything going on at once for one person, and but then I do remember popping over there and I saw it, and it was you and Debbie were on your way to Loyal.
That is home of the Greyhounds. They have their own. I was right by their high school where the park is over there, and it's got a nice little 5-minute tour of the city. This is a bounce over towards second base, charging hard is White. Long way to go, and like I said before, This is the girl that leads the team in stolen bases, so she's got speed and easily beats it up for an infield hit. So an infield hit puts a runner at first base, one down, and that brings up Nora Kutnik up to bat.
Did a nice job of running hard out to first base. I was very impressed with the speed that she demonstrated. This ought to be an interesting combination here with the left-handed hitter.
Yeah, left-handed hitter trying to go opposite field. That's going to slice foul. A lot of great games I've seen between these two programs over the years. They've had some really nice players, some good battles going at it. Especially back, I don't know what their feelings are now, but they didn't like each other a whole lot back when I was first covering these two teams because they knew they're the one team that could knock each other out. So you always your main competitors, the ones that you're not going to fall in love with a whole lot, but still a great series of games they played over the years. This one's going to be high. We'll check over to first. Runner stays there.
Great job there with the catcher. I don't have my book in front of me. Was that Westfall?
Yep.
Nice job there, stopping that high ball.
Yeah, she does a great job. It's just a solid team out here. Not many seniors on the team. This one almost catching the brim of the batter Kutnik, but that is just another ball. Makes it count 2-1. Trying to add up Waupun's the seniors just a couple. That's all they have. They just have
I believe it was just
Alexandra Gaffney, if she's still with the team, and Lexi Lehman. And they're going to go for the double play. If they're over to first, that's going to overshoot Garrettson over there. But a good job flicking it over to second to get the lead runner.
Yeah, I don't think Gaffney is any longer with the team. I didn't ask about it because I was looking for her as well, but I did not see her as part of the team. So I think there's only one poster that's out there, and I believe it's Lexi Lehman. It's the only senior.
Yeah, so that changed since the last time I did a game because she was part of the team and playing back then. So here's a called strike on the first pitch into Maddox Stilley. Still a runner at first base, but two down, nobody in. Here in the top of the first inning. That is popped out towards second base and calling everybody off. Carly White goes underneath the ball and hauls it in. So Waupun does give up one infield hit. Other than that, one runner stranded. Nobody scores, and after one half of inning, there was no score in the ball game. Waupun's half of inning number one coming your way in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today. This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
We are back at Jerry Meadham Field, and Waupun comes up for their first at-bat of the ball game. Kaylee Westfall will lead things off, followed by Kylie Plime, Lexi Lehman, and Lexi Garrettson. The rest of the batting order, Ava Vandezan, Roz Rivera, Addie Braun, Olivia Leese, and Rowan Harder. Nora Kutnik is in the pitcher's circle now for the Wolves. This is on her first pitch. Again, when Waupun played them and lost 3-2 and only got 4 hits, that was on Friday, was against Eden Youngbauer, and I heard she's not even here right now. She's 11-3 on the season with a 2.05, definitely their ace on the team. So now they've got Nora Kutnik out there, and she's only 1-5 on the season with a 5.12 or 2.5, I should say, ERA.
Yeah, I don't know how this all plays out a little bit. Again, I'm not a softball guru person at all, but they can throw back-to-back really if they want.
Oh, yeah, you can keep on pitching all day long, but
supposed to be less wear and tear on the arm if you're throwing underhand, I guess.
And Waupun will start next Tuesday in their first game in the postseason. Hard hit ball, but just pulled foul off the bat of Kaylee Westfall. And Waupun waiting for the winner of this Thursday's game at Grafton. It's Grafton, number 7 seed, taking on number 10 seed Sheboygan Falls Kohler in that ball game. The winner plays Waupun coming up next week, Tuesday.
Do you know if we have that one on our schedule? Because I know that we've got Oakfield potentially to follow.
I don't know. I mean, we should be covering these girls right off the bat, as we should be covering the Waupun boys right off the bat, number 1 priority. For Winneconne, they have a bye, but they will be playing coming up next week, Tuesday, against Port Washington, a number 3 against number 6 seed. Winneconne will be able to host that game. This is popped in the arrow towards center field, giving chase to center fielder, and gets underneath it and brings it in. Claire Schaefer makes the catch out in center field. A little distance on that one, just shy of the warning track out there in left center field off the bat of Kaylee Westfall.
I thought I was looking at the stats before, too. Is Kaylee Westfall the one leading the team in home runs? I thought that maybe you didn't have that written down. I thought she had 4 the last time I had looked.
Yeah, she's got 4 home runs to lead the team. We've got a couple that have 3 with Roz Rivera and also Lexi Garrison have 3 home runs. But Kaylee Westfall with 4 on the season. Trying to add to that total, but came up a little short. Show and bunt, bringing the bat back. A little high and tight. And that is ball 1 into Kylie Plime. Kylie so far on the season for Waupun. He is batting .296. Just a junior. And on decks is Lexi Lehman. Holds off on the next one, but a called strike.
Good pitch there. Pulled the string on a little changeup. Kind of caught her by surprise, I think, as she was just pulling the bat back and didn't feel she could catch up to it, is my guess.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to miss high. Makes the count 2-1. Yeah, great crowd here, almost filling up the bleachers. Helps to have those youth softball players out there and a few people making the trip from Winneconne. Somebody watching it from their vehicle right now. This is a ball hit out towards right field, but that's going to go off the heel of the glove of the right fielder, Neela Gardner. Looked like she had a beat on it. All stopped and set to haul it in, and then just goes off the heel of her glove and on the ground. So an error by the right fielder puts Kylie Plime over at first base.
It's almost like because the wind has switched now. We were talking about the flag before. It was blowing out towards, basically towards, I'm guessing southwest is what it was, and now it has switched and swung completely around, waiting for that pneumonia front to come in.
Yeah, she just kind of stopped her feet, and then she had to reach way forward to try to get it. Called strike on the first pitch into Lexi Lehman. Lexi having herself a great season for Waupun, batting .483, 20 RBIs, 14 stolen bases. Rock solid third baseman for Waupun. So runner at first, no score in the game yet. 1 down for the Lady Warriors. Next pitch is going to miss high, puts the count at 1-1. The 2 Lexis back-to-back. Pretty much they've been going with the same batting order for at least the last time that I was here. At least the top part of the order is pretty much the same. Swings at the next one. That is a foul back, and they caught the catcher a little bit.
Yep, ring off of her helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good home plate umpire will do. They'll take a little walk out towards the pitcher, clean off the plate a little bit with your feet, and let the catcher kind of shake her cobwebs out of her head. Here, she just got nailed in the mask with that. 1-2 the count. Next pitch into Lehman. Bounces across the plate. Puts the count now at 2-2. Yeah, be sure to keep an eye on our schedule, what we're going to be putting out there, because we're definitely going to be jumping on board. We should be jumping on board with Waupun right off the bat.
Right.
We expect them to go deep in the tournament, and also the Waupun Warrior boys team. And we're also keeping an eye on those Oakfield teams doing pretty good. That one is smoked out to left field. And rounding first is Lexi Lehman,
With the single to left field,
with a single puts runners at first and second base. First and second base now for Waupun, and Lexi Garrettson coming up. She's the one that kind of set her up for that home run that one night. We had bases loaded. I said, this is why you put somebody in the cleanup spot, because most likely to hit a home run, and boom, she crushes one, a grand slam in that game.
Yep, you called it.
Lexi on the season batting .552, hits it down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase, and that's going to make its way out of play. And runners at first and second with Lexi Garrettson following that one off. Normally showing that she can kind of hit it any direction, but the one that she crushes over left center field when she had that home run we saw, one of her 4 on the season, or 3 I should say on the season. This one's going to miss high, makes the count 1-1. And we'll be doing baseball coming up. I'm not sure, are you going to be there, Jeff, or not?
As of right now, I don't think I can make it, but we'll see, play it by ear. Kind of want to see how the game goes today.
It's a little off that one, and catches the upper part of the zone, I guess, and makes the count 1-2. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be there exactly, too. I'm missing a lot of stuff. I'm missing a lot of my grandsons. They got both of them playing at 5 o'clock. They're playing in a couple minutes. Next pitch misses high, puts the count at 2-2. And the one thing that I did, and this is my, I guess, the thing that I do, my hidden talent that I do.
Yeah.
So I'm booked on Wednesday night, Friday night, and early, all the way to early Friday. This one's hit opposite field out to right field, and the right fielder, Neela Gardner, hauls it in. Runner tags, heads from second to third base. So a line out to right field, but I'm going to be busy coming up tomorrow because I do figure skating announcing. And I did that because my daughter was a figure skater since 4 years old, and I did a lot of her shows throughout the years, and I handed off my microphone over to Scotty Van Galen. He does theirs now for the Waupun Club, but I still did it for Beaver Dam, who my daughter skated for.
I see. That's what I was wondering. I would have had to have been Beaver Dam because I think Waupun's ice has been out for a couple weeks already.
Yeah, Beaver Dam's got a really nice club over there, and it's actually at least when my daughter was skating there, it was actually more the money maker than hockey was, which was really unusual. But they do have some big competitions, and showing bunt again, that catches the bat of Van de Zan. Yeah, so I'm going to be a dress rehearsal. I don't have a costume for it. I'm just the announcer. So again, a face for radio, so they don't put you in the spotlight at all. But
I could set them up with a wireless mic if you'd like to try and get on the ice.
No, they've tried to get me in some costumes before this, and I said no. Runner going on the pitch from first to second, and no throw. Keeps the runner over at third base. So runners now at second and third. Big opportunity with Ava Van de Zan up to bat. Ava on the season batting .424 with 24 RBIs, and she could add a couple right now with a little gap shot. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back into the screen, and they've got shows for this, and I tell you, they do put on a great show. They kind of combine with skaters over in the Madison area.
Oh.
And they've got a really nice club over there. They're high-level skaters, and they have shows at 6 o'clock on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, one at 11, one at 4 o'clock in the afternoon over at the Family Center Ice Arena.
Yeah, last year I did the Waupun. I live streamed the Waupun figure skating show.
Oh, you did?
As a first attempt to try and do something like that. It must not have gone over well, though, because they didn't ask me to come back. So
it's a tough one to do, especially just with one camera. There's skaters all over the ice from one side to the other. It's a tough one. Lays off the next pitch, makes it now 3-2. But yeah, they have some fun, some fun shows, and they always have a nice story theme. Sometimes they didn't have that in Waupun, but they do over in Beaver Dam, and they have a really nice show coming up on those 3 shows, Friday and Saturday. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Little change up, and that's fouled back and out of play. Right by the car with the people watching from the automobile.
I left my tailgate open today and hoping that it would catch the ball in there instead of smashing a windshield. So we'll see.
That's probably a better choice, actually. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. There's another 3-2 pitch. That's going to miss low and issue to walk. Ava Van de Zan. So now bases are loaded for Waupun, and here's one of those girls that can take it yard at any time. Roz Rivera coming up for the Lady Warriors. Roz batting .365, 3 home runs on the season. And she's got an opportunity to add to that RBI total with bases loaded for Waupun.
Really nice at bat there for Van de Zan, down 0-2 and battling all the way back to get the walk.
First one bounces across the plate, squirts away from the catcher. Of course, backstop not very far away. When you come into most softball diamonds, it's not very far, so it really has to maybe shoot some weird angle off the backstop if you're going to get somebody to come in from third, unless you're really trying to manufacture a run. It's not like when you go to Schlevy Field and you can steal 2 bases on a pass ball over there. I've seen it happen. And that catches the inside part of the plate on the fastball from Kutnik. 1-1 the count now for Roz.
Just got a text from Nick over at the station, letting us know that Waupun boys and girls are our top priority for the playoffs. So that is good to hear.
So we will be here right at this diamond coming up next week, Tuesday, a week from today, for the beginning of the postseason for the Lady Warriors. As we will be, Waupun will take on the winner of Grafton hosting Sheboygan Falls Kohler. That's coming up on Thursday, so we're going to know already on Thursday night. Rivera swings on the next pitch in, fouls it back, sitting at a 2-2 count.
Deuces are wild up on the board.
Kutnik checking her wrist and getting ready to bring it home. And that's a hard hit ball out to left field, and it's kind of coming up short on the left fielder. 2 runs are going to score in there. Waupun shows their speed. Down to get a runner at third, and safe underneath the tag.
Wow.
Ava Van de Zan sliding underneath that one. Boy, a 2-run double for Roz Rivera. Didn't have a lot on it. It actually kind of died out there once it got to the grass, and that made it a little easier to get that second run and still get that runner over to third base. So runners at second and third. Waupun leads 2-0. Big hit there for Rivera, 2-run double.
Super aggressive base running there, and it paid off in that situation. So they've got runners still at second and third in scoring position. And much like the game against Laconia, scoring runs after 2 outs. They were having a hard time putting runs with less than 2 outs on Saturday, and here they go again.
Addie Braun, the pitcher, now up for Waupun. Runner still out there in scoring position, second and third base, and she hits one up the middle right at the center fielder and hauls it in for out number 3, Claire Schaefer with the catch, but not before Waupun comes up with a few hits. The big one, a 2-run double from Roz Rivera. Strand a couple runners. And after 1 complete, Waupun leading 2-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. We'll be back with the top of the second inning coming your way in just 1 minute on RP Sports.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in Waupun, shaping up to be a pretty good weather week. Andy, get outside in the patio.
We open at 11 o'clock daily. The kitchen starts at 11. Kitchen runs 11 to 9 every day. The patio's open. Beer's cold, and we got plenty of spirits to go around.
And taking a peek at the lunch board, it always changes, of course.
You got to stop in and see what Tierney's going to throw out of the kitchen. You can pretty much count on we got hot beef, hot pork, hot turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy. That's pretty much the mainstay. But every day, Tierney's throwing something different out, whether it be spaghetti and meatballs, a Frisco burger, or something crazy that she comes up with.
Talking with Andy from the other bar, Main Street, Waupun Meat Raffle coming up on Sunday. Meat Raffle week, right?
It is. It's Meat Week. 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Heather and Bryce will be your hosts. This one is going to be put on by our friends at Mobcraft Brewery and our friends from the Hunger Task Force, which all proceeds will go to our local Waupun food pantry. I also have a free and local wheat beer on right now on our tap line from Mobcraft, where every beer sold, $1 of that is going to go to the food pantry as well.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street.
Number 13, Izzy Schaefer.
Okay, we are back at Jerry Meadham Field. Waupun puts 2 on the board now, lead 2-0 after 1 complete. And coming up to bat for Winneconne this inning, number 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order, Izzy Schaefer, Aubrey Thorpe, and Andra Schaefer. It's one thing I didn't make that extra trip. I was going to go see if these 3 Schaefers are all if they're related. I'm sure they're related. Got maybe be a sister in there and a cousin is my guess.
Not a set of twins in that group?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, there's so many different combinations these days.
Talking to the PA announcer with Jeff Taves, and we remember the Neitzel three sisters that played for Lamira. And Jeff goes, yeah, those are the Neitzel triplets. I said, no, they were quadruplets. There was a brother, too, in there. So, yeah, he was wasn't quite as great athlete as his three sisters were, but his three sisters were amazing athletes. 1-2 the count now to Schaefer. Aubrey Thorpe waiting on deck, the DP. That one's going to bounce across the plate, maybe not even across the plate, inside. 2-2 the count. Thanks to those out there watching this game right now. See, we've got some people logged in, kind of checking in and out. And that's going to be out towards right field. Oh, and that gets past the right fielder, Ava Vandezand. And the runner's going to try to make it a two-base error. So runner falls down between second and third base, and they take her out. But again, Ava Vandezand was coming in thinking about maybe trying to get an out at first base, and then the ball got by her, and then the runner thought, I'm going to try to get to third base. She fell down. I thought she just tried to slide a little bit too early.
That's what it looked like.
It looked like a slide. Maybe at Waupun's field on the other side of town you might be able to slide that far, but not here in the dirt. You just come to an abrupt stop. And runner out after getting that single from Izzy Schaefer.
Feel bad for the young lady. Not sure if it was a little bit softer when she rounded out there. I did put the instant replay button in there to see what would happen, and all I could see is her going down on a pile of dust flying.
Going down for real. Aubrey Thorpe up now, the designated player for the Winneconne Wolves. Ooh, little change up on that. A check swing called, strike one. Nice way to start her out from Addie Braun. Waiting on deck is Audra Schaefer.
Just a freshman, Addie is. It's so fun to watch.
Well, Waupun is set because then you throw in your other the pitcher out there with Farley, and Aubrey Farley's an unbelievable pitcher, and she's got a 6-3 record on the season. So you got two really top quality pitchers that'll be playing with each other all the way through seniors the other 3 years after this.
Yeah, that's what amazed me. And again, we talked about it. There's only one senior. You got this youth movement coming all the way through baseball and softball. And you mentioned it earlier, Steve, about how well those two programs are supported here in the community.
And Roz Rivera is also a very good pitcher. And I don't know what Roz is as far as her class. She is a junior, so she's going to be around for another season after this. So, and Waupun is set, and they've got some great athletic girls out there that are getting some unbelievable playing time. Already starters their freshman and sophomore years for some of these girls. So by the time they're seniors, they are well-seasoned seniors. This one's going to chop, picked up by Braun, throws to first, but overshoots Garrettson. And I'd say that'd be an infield hit by Thorpe. I think she would have been there before that throw got there, but just one of those she pounded in the ground.
On the infield single.
Kind of treated it as almost like a bunt, almost pounding in the ground, just goes a little ways up the line, and Braun takes the ball over, and just no time to get the runner Schaefer over, I should say Thorpe at first.
A tough play for the pitcher to come and get that and then turn those hips and turn and fire. And Lexi Lehman was right there next to her and probably would have had a cleaner shot. But you never know when you're out there playing. The speed of the game is so much faster. It's easy for us to make that second judgment here.
We have a runner coming in with Shea Pelletier checking in the ball game now for the Wolves over at first base. Yeah, two singles, but only one runner to show on the base paths right now for Winneconne after Schaefer went down just before third base. Audra Schaefer up to bat for the Wolves. First pitch in is going to miss low for ball one. Haven't smelt the popcorn yet. They teased us with that the other day. Did they do that on Saturday with you too?
I did not smell it on Saturday that I can recall in the doubleheader. They had brought some burgers.
Next pitch is swung on and fouled back. Makes the count 1-1. Yeah, they like to tease us up here.
Yeah.
Then when you go down, you go past them down there. Of course, I got good interviews afterwards, but by the time that's all done, you come back and there was like nothing happened down there. Everything's gone and cleaned up, and it's already shut down. So no leftover brats or burgers or popcorn, nothing.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss on some heat tying away. Nice pitch there from Braun. Makes the count 1-2. They do have a runner at first. Waupun with a 2-0 lead, and we're bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. The best place for that one's going to kind of get bobbled and going to throw to second base yet, but not in time. Nice job by Kaylee Westfall to stop the ball down in the dirt. Just couldn't quite get a handle on it, and the runner decides, I'm going to make it to second. So runner in scoring position for the Wolves. Some high heat, misses high. 3-2 the count. Neela Gardner awaiting on deck. Might be a different pitcher in for Winneconne in this game, but everybody else is out there, all the good hitters that they have.
Yeah.
Full 3-2 pitch. That misses high and away, and a walk issued to Schaefer.
Base on balls brings up right fielder, number 30.
Neela Gardner coming up now. And an error out in right field, but also a nice catch out there. Right-handed hitter, number 8 in the batting order. The Wolves threatening here after Waupun scores 2 in the bottom of the first. Runners at first and second, and just one down, and that was kind of a gift. The other batters after that got on base.
So sometimes I notice some really strange things. Like, I think they're wearing the old-style stirrups with their socks.
Yeah. Yep, they've got those on for Winneconne. You can definitely see that. A big swing and a miss on the next pitch in makes the count 0-2. I remember wearing those when I was back in Little League. You had those
Right.
stirrups, yeah.
Yes. Yep, that's why I kind of drew my attention to it. I like the multicolor. No, sure.
0-2 pitch, and goes right upstairs again with it, and a swing and a miss, just couldn't catch up to it. So a strikeout, first strikeout for Braun in the game. So 2 down, runner still at first and second base. I remember having some orange ones when I was 9 and 10 years old. I was on the Twins
Okay.
at Waupun Little League. That's when you started playing baseball. When I was young, you played it when you were 9 and 10 in minor leagues, and then after that went to National Rivet, and we were purple, so I had my stirrups for that. And then I was on the Cardinals up for 3 years playing senior league ball, all the way from 13 to 15 years old.
Yeah.
Next little heat's going to miss high.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun, but now you're starting kids some kids actually starting at 3 years old already.
Oh, yeah.
3 and 4. They don't know what they're doing. That one's hit down the line, just foul. Luckily for Waupun, that might have scored a couple of runs, at least one for sure. When they just drilled or just missed being in down that first base line.
Really caught Lexi Garrettson by surprise down there. Didn't even make an effort.
It was the 2-1 pitch. Decides to go right down Main Street with that one, and a swing and a miss puts the count at 2-2.
Yeah, I think that's a good strategy right here. They haven't been able to, the last couple of hitters haven't been able to catch up to her fastball.
Comes with some more heat and fouls that one off. And makes it across the street. Keeps the count at 2-2 with 2 down. Runners at first and second. 2-0 lead for Waupun. And this bounce right back, one hopper right back into the glove of Addie Braun and picks it up, throws to first to get the out. So Waupun dodges a bullet. They give up a couple of hits, 1 walk and 1 strikeout, 2 stranded. And Waupun, after 1.5, leading this game 2-0. Back with the bottom of inning number 2 coming your way in just 1 minute on RP Sports.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
Okay, we are back at Jerry Meadham Fields, and hello to past Waupun great Yvette Novice, Josh's daughter.
Oh, checking in. That's
yes,
awesome.
Checking in from Nashville. What's the temperature down in Nashville? Nashville's a fun city. What you doing down there, Yvette? Yeah, I remember those years, her and Ben Reiswick, those two had a good 1-2 punch for the teams that they played, just one after another. Great couple. Yvette, just a great pitcher for Waupun, and Miss seeing her up here.
Is that what it was? Yeah, and then she got a job now in Nashville. Oh, okay. Jeff sharing that she just graduated from ASU and just got a job in Nashville. That's great.
All right. And this is a swung on and is going to get pulled foul from Olivia Lease. Count is now 0-2. Wonder if Yvette's still riding horses, too. I mean, Nashville will be a place where, of course, I might go by Lexington, Kentucky in that area with horses over there. But also was part of our equestrian team that we had back in the day when she was nice. So they were so much into it, they actually created a equestrian team here in Waupun. Yvette was very skilled at that. And swung on and fouled back. They got the road in next. They couldn't even, they got the bus parked there now.
Yeah, it doesn't look so. It looks like they must have packed up for the day.
Yeah. See, the bus is parked out there from Winneconne, but I'm parked right around the corner. I hope my wife parked right around the corner there. Get to switch cars out. 0-2 the count for Olivia Lease. We had Rowan Harder waiting on deck and Kaylee Westfall in the hole. Pitch misses, makes the count 1-2. Again, Nora Kutnik in the pitcher's circle. Expected to maybe see Eden Youngbauer, their ace pitcher, with 11-3 record on the season, but it's not even here today, they say. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss by Lease. So as that is just the first strikeout for Kutnik in the ball game. One down, nobody on, and Rowan Harder coming up to the plate. Let's see. She does still do the horse riding yet. 80 degrees and pouring rain there.
Oh.
So we wouldn't be playing. Not much warmer than what it was. It was 78 or 79 today, so we're still waiting for that. What do they call it again? The pneumonia front.
Mm-hmm.
Pneumonia front. I guess that actually originated in Wisconsin, down in Milwaukee back in the 60s. They came up with it. I'm sure we came up with that name for it. Jams are on the next pitch in. Fouls it off down the third base side of the field. Makes the count 1-1.
Only unique, I think, to Wisconsin is that pneumonia front, if I remember listening to the...
Is that unique just to our
Yeah,
state?
because of the Great Lake with Superior and Michigan.
Next one is fouled back and out of play. Makes the count 1-2. With one down, nobody on. Top of the order, Kaylee Westfall awaiting on deck. Yeah, they said we had a chance for rain this afternoon. That didn't happen. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is hit underneath the third baseman's glove out to left field off the bat of Rowan Harder. Oh, it tries to stretch it into
Oh,
she slid it underneath the tag, or did she drop it for a second? Underneath the tag.
Good slide there by Rowan Harder. When she turned, she hesitated just a little bit, and I thought for sure that was going to get her put out. But she made a really good slide, laid out.
Well, I tell you, that thing went right underneath the glove of the third baseman, Audra Schaefer. Didn't have her glove down, went right underneath out to left field. So now you got Rowan Harder at second base with one down. Top of the order, Kaylee Westfall up. She flew out to center field, her first at bat. Called strike on the first pitch into her. Yeah, if you want to let us know you're out there and cheer on your team, whether you're from Winneconne or Waupun, I'd love to have you along and let us know you're out there.
Yeah, let the other fans know that they can come and watch.
And this is hit in the air, but it's going to slice out of play over on the right field side. Late on that one, makes the count 0-2. Yeah, that's a nice thing, Jeff mentioning that somebody to chase all the balls down when you got all these youth softball players here. And that's popped in the air over on foul territory, first base side. The first baseman, Shea Pelletier, gets underneath it and hauls it in for the out. Keeps the runner over at second base. 2 down for Waupun.
First baseman for out number 2.
Kylie Pleim coming up. She's the one that got
Kylie Pleim.
a hit out towards right field. Goes off the heel of the right fielder, Neela Gardner's glove, and got herself on and eventually scored. So a big error allowed Waupun to keep that inning going just a little further. Showing bunt brings the bat back. This is inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count now for Pleim with Lexi Lehman, hoping that she gets a chance to get up this inning. She's waiting on deck. And that's hit out towards short center field. Waupun's going to hold the runner up at third, but a 2-out single off the bat of Kylie Pleim. Runner's now at the corners. Yeah, kind of short, just a little ways out onto the outfield grass, straightaway center field. And good job of the center fielder, Claire Schaefer, playing in a little shallow on that one. Made sure the runner doesn't get past third base. That'll bring up Lexi Lehman. Singled and scored back in the first inning. Two down, runners at the corners now for the Lady Warriors. And the next first pitch in, as the runner goes to second base, it's going to miss off the plate, puts runners at second and third. Savthom, you ever see that name on there before? Savthom, Savthom, their name they go by on the internet. It says, "Let's go Warriors."
I have not. To give us an indication of who you are watching.
2-0 the count now to Lexi Lehman.
Yeah, people don't realize how much the girls go back and watch these. That's the same thing Josh told me again on Saturday, is that thanks for doing this.
2-0 pitch that's popped in the air in the infield. Looks like the second baseman, Izzy Schaefer, takes it over and hauls it in. So Waupun strands a couple. Runners at second and third base. 2 base hits for Waupun, and nobody scores. So after 2 complete, Waupun leading 2-0 on your New Medical Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. Back in just 1 minute with the top of the third inning on RP Sports.
With mycnhistore.com, you can manage your equipment at any time, from anywhere, all from the convenience of your laptop or phone. Just search genuine New Holland parts by category, model, or part number, and keep your equipment running efficiently. Need a genuine New Holland part and don't have time to wait? Visit mycnhistore.com and get it done faster. Waupun Equipment Company, Waupun in Watertown. Log on waupunequipment.com and like them on Facebook.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Back. You're back at Jerry Meadham Field. Waupun leading 2-0, top of the third inning. And top of the order up now for Winneconne. Claire Collat up to bat. Claire, her first at bat. Fly out to right field back in the first inning. And this is on the ground over to shortstop. Kylie Pleim picks it up and throws a nice frozen rope across the field right in the glove of Lexi Garrettson for out number 1. Steve Shotsky watching his niece pitch for the Warriors from Cheyenne, Wyoming.
That's the winner today.
That's the furthest one away, yep.
Is it 80 and rainy there too?
Yeah, we don't have our Idaho listener and viewer as we have when we do the Waupun boys, but
yeah, Dave Turner jumps in there and sends us. It's great to have him in there, and he comments all the time. So I'm glad that, was it Steve, did you say, was able to jump in here with us?
Yeah.
And join today and have a chance to watch family play.
Shosky, I'm just taking a wild guess how to say his name, but yeah, love to have you all the way from Wyoming. I went out there once as a kid. I just went to Cody, Wyoming. I was out there on a little vacation, and we eventually headed up to Montana to see some relatives up in the mountains. Did some horseback riding, went through South Dakota, and that's a long ride. A whole lot of nothing going on, a lot of those segments of the road, but beautiful country. A lot of really great natural things that are happening out there and things to see. 1-2 the count now to Claire Schaefer. Oh, some big swing and a miss on the next pitch in. Nice heat there from Addie Braun.
Brings up the pitcher, number 6.
Gets herself her second strikeout of the ball game, and number 3 in the batting order, Nora Kutnik, pitcher in the ball game, up to bat. Got on with a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Left-handed batter. Takes a big cut of the first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. KCT says, "Let's go Warriors," cheering for you from Colorado. Oh,
we are getting quite the spread today.
Anybody in Wisconsin watching this at all?
Oh, they're all down here.
Everybody else is here watching the game, but doesn't somebody have a grandma like in Wausau or something like that? That might.
Well, I love it. I'm glad that you guys are getting a chance to see these Lady Warriors play.
Next one is fouled off and off the screen and almost on top of one of our the scorekeeper down there, right along the fence line. Did you hear Green Bay is it's like the number 1 city in the country? Yeah. Out of the top 140 biggest cities in the country, they say Green Bay is the best place to live. A little change up on the last pitch in, and no love on that one. Makes the count 1-2. Yeah, somebody must have visited on the weekend when the paper mills weren't open or something like that. It's still a beautiful city with a lot to offer. And that one is just cranked and pulled out of play and hit off something over there and shot across the street. But you do have a professional football team with the best tradition in professional football up there. And you got Door County's right up the road from there. They say the business is good. I said, well, can I put Green Bay on top? Usually it's Madison that has that. Oh, they're going to give her that. She stuck her elbow out to let herself in. The umpire gives it to her. She stuck her elbow out to get in.
Brings up catcher.
So Kutnik gets a little love from the home plate umpire. Gets herself to first base. So 2 down, runner at first base. I've seen a lot of runners, a lot of batters, especially back in the day with Waupun hitters back in the mid-2000s. Those guys that actually wore pads for that, knowing they're going to get hit and not afraid to lean into it just a little bit. Yeah, those guys, they didn't mind. They didn't mind getting hit, and they got themselves once in a while called back to first base after they headed down towards first. But a lot of times they got those calls. It was a tough bunch of kids. Really good football, best football team that we've ever seen in Waupun during the years that I've been calling games.
Right. Yep, 05, 06, 07.
That was just amazing. Here comes an 0-1 count, and pitch misses high. I'm gifted. I can listen to Jeff talk, and I can talk at the same time. Somehow I... 1-1 the count. And this one's going to miss outside. And one of those girls with a perfectly placed ponytail right over the one-digit number she has on her back until she finally took a few practice swings. 2-1 the count now for Maddox Stilley. Swings on the next one and fouls it into the screen late on that swing. Still that runner at first base. And still Waupun leading 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. Yeah, we thank Jeff Sauer also for coming along and giving us this great video service you have, a 4-camera thing you have, cameras on the sides, and a swing and a miss on the next pitch in. We'll talk about Jeff right after this, but a swing and a miss by Stilley, 2 strikeouts, 1 player stranded after being hit by a pitch, and Waupun leading 2-0 after 2.5 here at Jerry Miedema Field, back with the bottom of the third inning in just 1 minute on RP Sports.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Number 12, Lexi Garrison.
Okay. See if Waupun can get the bats going here at number 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. Should say 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order with Lexi Garrison up first. Ava Van de Zand right after that, and Roz Rivera. She's definitely got the power of the order right now up for the Lady Warriors. First pitch, and that is hit up the middle for a leadoff single for Garrison.
Garrison leads things off with a single up the middle.
Nice little stroke, easy stroke up the middle to get a base runner on, and Ava Van de Zand coming up. She was walked and got herself to third base. That's all the further she got back in the first inning.
Is Lexi Garrison a junior?
Yep. Some good players like her. Definitely would have thought, if you would have guessed, you would have thought she's a senior. This is going to, a nice little snag out in left field by Shea Minier. Goes down and gets it just before it hits the ground. So that's an out to the left fielder on a nice play. And Roz Rivera coming up. Roz got herself a 2-run double last at bat back in the first inning.
Really nice catch out there by that left fielder.
That's really nice. Yeah, just got herself down and scooped her before it hit the ground. And Roz puts that over the glove of the shortstop out to left field, and we're runners now at first and second base. Roz 2 for 2 in the game. Runners at first and second, and Addie Braun coming up to bat.
Number 13, Addie Braun. Lease on deck.
So I'm not sure if Steve was talking about the pitcher we're pitching today with Addie out there, but this might be her uncle tuning in. Josh looks like he's going to be making some change, maybe a runner out there for Waupun.
That's what I would guess.
Or another new batter coming up. Maybe? No. Nope.
No. It might be.
Yeah, so bringing in Carly White in for the DP. So just a little switch with your flex player. I think White was the flex, wasn't she, in this? Okay, so just you can just switch them right out. Waupun always been known to use every little rule you can use, and they take advantage of. They've been taking advantage of the DP flex situation for some years, ever since they implemented that girls softball.
Knowing your personnel, making sure you put them in the best position possible.
Yeah. Waupun just holding on to that 2-0 lead. This is swung on and fouled on the ground over on the third base side. Waupun would love to get a little more room between them and Winneconne. They're still very skilled hitters out there, even though they don't have their main pitcher, but doing a pretty good job is Nora Kutnik so far. 1-4 on the season. Waupun just can't quite tee off on her yet. A little bobble by the catcher, a throw down to third. Last second decision over there by Garrison. She kind of bobbled it. I'm going to hesitate. Okay, I'm going to go. And she got there just in time. So now runners at second and third for Waupun, being aggressive on the base paths. 2-1 the count to Addie Braun. And this is popping short right field. The second baseman Gets it in Waupun tagging and scoring, and that ball just on the edge of the grass out there, not very far out, but Garrettson going all the way. Kind of seemed to surprise Schaefer that they were going to go on that, and safe at home is Waupun's Lexi Garrettson. Waupun now leading 3-0.
Left fielder number 5.
Timed that one perfect. I was able to look back at the instant replay, and she just, as soon as the ball hit the glove, Lexi took off, and there was no hesitation.
It just seemed like the second base was a little wasn't right in that form to go and throw it home because didn't think anybody was going to do that with the ball pretty much just on the edge of the infield. So Waupun aggressive, trying to make things happen, make a play, and they got to run in.
Just like you said, they need that one extra one, and there it is.
3-0 Waupun now here in the bottom of the third inning. Olivia Lease up to bat, struck out back in the second, fouls one into the screen. Count is now 1-1. So that runner over at third base, so you got White that some good speed over there. Went getting her in right now, get another run for Waupun. The 1-1 pitch, and that is sharply hit and just fouled on the third base line. That one would have brought in a run for sure, but just misses by maybe about a foot off the line, and a nice hard hit ball. So Lease now sitting at 1-2 on the count. They're still bringing the ball in yet. Remember when my niece played here, they had the fences way back on where you can kind of see maybe another like 15, 20 feet back. They didn't have it at what should be the field distance, the fence distance, and they finally, a few years after she was playing, and she would have had a lot more home runs. They hit a lot of balls that were close, and she did hit some over the fence on the fence one was about 20 feet further back there, but when they finally brought it back in there, she said, they didn't do that when I was in high school. It was just kind of a weird distance on that fence anyway. It's too short for guys and way too long for softball. It's where it's supposed to be right now at 200 all the way around. Even in college, you see 200, 210 in some fields.
Mm-hmm.
See 210 center field and field number 2 over there. 3-2 pitch, swung on and fouled back. The 2 down, that runner at third yet. And it was kind of fun. One night we did play a game. The girls played a varsity game over in Diamond 3, which is a shorter field as far as how far the fence is from home plate, but there's taller fences there, and that made that kind of brought like the Green Monster situation in there, a taller fence, but a shorter fence.
Kind of equalized it out. And you talked about this before, about 3 awesome diamonds right here in a row that are varsity level playing fields. And again, it's just the community here in Waupun has done a fantastic job of supporting their rec programs.
Yeah, the years that I know when Denny Killen was here and that whole crew, they did a lot of these changes. Swing and a miss by Lease on the next pitch in. Waupun does get a run, a couple of base hits, 1 strikeout, 1 runner stranded at third. And after 3 complete, Waupun leading this game 3-0. Top of the 4th, just 1 minute away on RP Sports.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
With mycnhistore.com, you can manage your equipment at any time, from anywhere, all from the convenience of your laptop or phone. Just search genuine New Holland parts by category, model, or part number, and keep your equipment running efficiently. Need a genuine New Holland part and don't have time to wait? Visit mycnhistore.com and get it done faster. Waupun Equipment Company, Waupun and Watertown. Log on waupunequipment.com and like them on Facebook.
Thorpe on deck.
Okay, we are back at Jerry Meadham Field. Waupun gets a run in the bottom half of inning number 3 and now take a 3-0 lead in this ball game. Izzy Schaefer, number 5 in the batting order, leading off, and a swing and a miss on the first pitch into her from Addie Braun. Marbury Thorpe waiting on deck, and Audra Schaefer in the hole now for the Wolves. This pitch is going to miss low and inside. Count is now 1-1.
Can't even repeat that, Mr. Taves.
Here's the 1-1 pitch from Braun. And that's going to catch the inside part of the plate. No offer from Schaefer. Makes the count 1-2.
Nice job there by Westfall to frame that. I thought it was a little inside, but she did a nice job with the glove.
This one's going to bounce across. Can't help her with that one.
No.
It's about 4 feet before the plate. Bounces over. 2-2 the count. Yeah, Addie, I believe, we got her on waivers from Lamira, I believe, a few years ago. But we are glad to have her over here. Once in a while, I get some kids over here. I'm not sure if it was solely a softball decision, but we had a great school district over here, too, so many reasons to come over here. So bouncer over to the shortstop. Pleim picks it up, throws a strike to first to get out number 1.
4 out, number 1.
Yeah, usually we saw that happen a lot of other schools, but Waupun, over these last years with some of the programs that we've had some nice basketball players that have come over. And also, is it just basketball? Yeah, we've some good basketball players mainly is what we've had pop over to Waupun to get involved with the program here.
We've had some hockey players, too. That's because there's not just that many programs around. So you'd have a few that were able to stretch the school district limits just to the edge there and coming over to play.
Have they ever tried that? Anybody at a school that doesn't have it, maybe to be able to come and play at a school? I thought they had done that years ago, and that I don't see that happening anymore.
Well, they are allowed to co-op, but since WIA finally switched over, and it's a pet peeve of mine, but they switched over to the two divisions.
Here's a bouncer over to shortstop. Good job by Pleim. It was a high chopper at first time, but the next 2 hops very low, but still picked up cleanly by Kylie Pleim to get the out at first.
Audra Schaefer. Gardner on deck.
I am so impressed with the way Pleim is able to field that ball and fire it across the diamond so quick. I mean, I'm in awe of watching these girls do that. I mean, it's 60 feet's not that far.
No, then when you're playing third base or first base, man, you could get a shot in a hurry. That's why these girls wear masks in the infield. Everything's a lot closer, and these girls are getting better and better and stronger, and it makes it dangerous out there. But they're not afraid. They'll stick their nose right in there. Next pitch misses, makes the count 2-0. Not sure what this next one is, with name on here, but why Varun? Come on, Lady Warriors, let's go. Good hit, Olivia. Next pitch is fouled back into the screen. Yeah, I think we're going to be watching some teams possibly get to the state tournament here in the next few years. I think is going to happen as early as, who knows, this year if they get a roll going. A lot of ranked teams, at least they used to be ranked. Waupun was ranked 7th to start the day, but I think the new rankings come out and they slid them right off the charts. So Waupun was ranked 2nd, and they have also in the same section Luxembourg Casco. Not sure where they moved to, but they were 5th before they put the new rankings out. Denmark was ranked 9th. Strike on the next pitch in. 3-2 the count. So they had 4 ranked teams in our sectional from top to bottom.
Yeah.
So not an easy one. Comes a 3-2 pitch from Braun, and that is bounced over towards second base. Picked up cleanly by White. Throws to first to get the out. 3 ground outs. Waupun keeps Winneconne off the base paths and hold that 3-0 lead after 3.5 innings. Waupun's half of inning number 4 just 1 minute away on RP Sports.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get-to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Center fielder number 7, Rowan Harder.
Steve Wooderhack along with Jeff Sauer with you for the bottom half of inning number 4. Number 9, 1, and 2 in the batting order coming up for the Lady Warriors, leading now 3-0. Rowan Harder will start things out. Had herself a single back in the second inning. And Kaylee Westfall awaiting on deck in the hole, Kylie Plime.
What's at stake here for these two teams, Steve? Again, where are you at in the conference standings?
Well, in conference standings, the winner of this game is second place in conference. They get it outright. They're both sitting at 8-3. Both teams are chasing Kewaskum, who's 9-1 on the season. So no one can catch them. This is the last conference game for both teams, even though I think the Wolves do play another game yet. And this is a hit out towards left field, and that shoots the left fielder, Shea Manure, and heading over to second base is Rowan Harder, 2 for 2 in the game.
Harder with her second double.
Nice piece of hitting there by Rowan Harder, torquing those hips hard, pulling that ball right down over the left fielder's head, showing some good power there.
Yeah, Rowan have herself a nice sophomore year. You go to state, a key player and starter on the basketball team, have an unbelievable game in that sectional semifinal. They played Prairie du Chien.
That was a great game.
Yeah, she led the team in scoring and rebounding, and she had a double-double in that game. This is hit high in the air out towards center field. Center fielder Claire Schaefer there, but kind of ran into her by her teammate, and they dropped the ball. And Waupun's going to score on that, and a runner gets all the way to third base. Schaefer over there, but her right fielder, Neela Gardner, kind of got over there and got into her legs and tried to haul it in and drops the ball, and Waupun makes them pay by putting the fourth run across the plate.
Good heads-up running again there by the Lady Warriors. Runner sitting over at third base already.
Yeah. These girls will make you pay for any mistakes out there. And it's a bunt off the bat of Kylie Plime. They go for the out at home plate, and they get it. Nice job by the pitcher, Kutnik, to get it up in a hurry and throw a little underhand right into the catcher, Stilley, and they get the tag on the runner coming home, Westfall.
Westfall throwing out at home. Brings up third baseman number 14, Lexi
So
Lehman.
Pond with a runner at first base. Fielder's choice, and now with a 4-0 lead. Up to bat is Lexi Lehman.
Good defensive play there by the Wolves. You know, you got to call them as you see them. That was a smart play there by the pitcher.
Yeah, I said she had mentioned that she had a great play by coming in that far and threw it right to the glove, right where it needed to be to put that tag on the runner immediately. So runner at first, one down for Waupun. And this is head out towards right to center field. The center field, a good jump on the ball. Good job by Claire Schaefer. That one's right out in right center field, but she had a good jump on it and got there in a hurry. So will fly out to center field, keeps the runner at first base, and that will bring up Lexi Gerritsen. 1 for 2 in the game so far. Singled and scored back in the third inning. And Nora Kutnik, again, the pitcher in the pitcher's circle for Winneconne. This is popped above the catcher's head and reaches out, and a good Catch there by
Wow.
Maddox Stilling. Hauls it in right as her glove's going to hit the padding by the backstop. So a nice catch by the catcher, but Waupun does make the Winneconne Wolves pay for that error out in center field and bring a run across the plate and lead this game 4-0. Back with the top of the fifth in just 1 minute on RP Sports.
The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today. This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
We are back. Just waiting for that pneumonia front to come through, and I do feel it is cooler out right now. I don't know if it dropped 16 degrees or more, but I'll put the sweater on. Neela Gardner up first, batting 8th in the batting order for Winneconne. Waupun now with a 4-0 lead on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Waupun getting 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Last pitch is fouled out of play. 8, 9, and 1 coming up for Winneconne this inning. They must be used to seeing some good pitching when you got somebody like their pitcher that is not here tonight, Eden Youngbauer. So you're used to batting against some pretty good pitching, even just in practice.
Yeah, you would think that they would face each other somewhere along the lines at practices.
1-2 pitch, and that catches the inside part of the plate going down looking. Neela Gardner. Great location on that one from Addie Braun. Anna Minier is coming up to bat. Claire Collette waiting on deck. So 1 down, nobody on. A little high heat. Thinking about it was Minier, but lays off it for ball 1. Yeah, I see the other diamonds out there being used. So these are heavily used fields out here. I'm sure right after this game there'll be some game going on this diamond and other girls kind of warming up, maybe some practices. And a lot of nieces that play down here with my sister's granddaughter. She's got, 6 granddaughters.
Oh.
6 granddaughters and 1 grandson. Poor little Lane. How many times are they going to put him in a dress at home when his 3 sisters at home? He's quite the guy. He can handle himself. And I'm just the opposite. I have 5 grandsons, and the last one we had was a little granddaughter. She rules the roost, little 2.5-year-old Ray, named after one of the Star Wars characters. And that's kind of a slow roller. Goes past Braun, but nice charge by Plime, and good job. A good backup by the shortstop, Kylie Plime. Gets past Braun's glove, and Plime coming in hard, grabs it, throws a strike to first, and just gets the out at first.
Number 2, Claire Collette.
So 2 up and 2 down, nobody on, and Claire Collette up to bat. So far she's grounded out and has flown out of the ball game. Four strikeouts on the game so far for Addie Braun.
But she really has controlled pretty well the game with her pitching. The hitters are still have been off balance. They haven't really been able to drive something.
No, nobody's really out.
Until I say that.
Oh, wow. Talk about timing on that one. And then she just hammers one right up the middle. But that was her first hit as your leadoff hitter. They've got her on, but with 2 down, I guess it's good to have a couple outs when you face the top of the order. Claire Schaefer coming up, the center fielder. Got some pretty good wheels out there. Like I said, she's stolen a lot of bases, leads the team in that category, and covers a lot of ground out there in center field. Strike on the first pitch into Schaefer. He had a single back in the first inning, 1 for 2 in the game so far.
That's me.
Works the inside part of the plate. Schaefer got it crowding it a little bit and doesn't offer, but a called strike 2. Count is now 0-2. Nora Kutnik, the pitcher for the Winneconne Wolves tonight, waiting on deck. Where she plays normally. Jumps at that one and fouls it off. Let's see, Nora Kutnik. She is also have her listed as a infielder if she's not pitching, which is her main responsibility as being an infielder. Another 0-2 pitch. That was going to miss high and away. 1-2 the count to Claire Schaefer. One of the 3 Schaefers in the batting order here for the Winneconne Wolves. It was that 1-2 pitch. That one fouled off and bounces across the street. I don't know if they give them anything for softballs. I don't remember, was it Legion? What did they give the kids for Legion when they went and got balls? There was always a little
penny piece of candy or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a pitch.
Oh, a change up and swing and a miss on the last pitch in. Beautiful pitch by Addie Braun, totally fooling Claire Schaefer. Gets her 5th strikeout on that one. So a couple strikeouts that inning and 1 base hit, 1 runner stranded, and nobody scores after 4.5. Waupun leading 4-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Back in just 1 minute with the bottom of the 5th inning on RP Sports.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street in Waupun, shaping up to be a pretty good weather week, Andy. Get outside in the patio.
We open at 11 o'clock daily. Your kitchen starts at 11. Kitchen runs 11 to 9 every day. The patio's open. Beer's cold, and we got plenty of spirits to go around.
And taking a peek at the lunch board, it always changes, of course.
You got to stop in and see what Tierney's going to throw out of the kitchen. You can pretty much count on we got hot beef, hot pork, hot turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy. That's pretty much the mainstay. But every day, Tierney's throwing something different out, whether it be spaghetti and meatballs, a Frisco burger, or something crazy that she comes up with.
Talking with Andy from the other bar, Main Street, Waupun Meat Raffle coming up on Sunday. Meat Raffle week, right?
It is. It's Meat Week. 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Heather and Bryce will be your hosts. This one is going to be put on by our friends at Mobcraft Brewery and our friends from the Hunger Task Force, which all proceeds will go to our local Waupun food pantry. I also have a free and local wheat beer on right now on our tap line from Mobcraft, where every beer sold, $1 of that is going to go to the food pantry as well.
Andy with us here, the other bar, Main Street.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of inning number 5. Addie Braun kind of taking care of business on the pitcher circle for Waupun. And coming up this hour for this inning for Waupun, Ava Vandezan will lead things off. Roz Rivera coming up after that, then Addie Braun. Ava has walked so far and flown out, and this one down the right field line and misses by a few feet foul. Strike 1 to Ava Vandezan.
Thought she was going to be able to wrangle that one in as if she slapped it right down there. It was a little high. Couldn't get the hands quite around fast enough to keep it fair.
0-1 the count on Vandezan. She'll take that one out to left field. Gets herself a leadoff single. Ava getting herself a leadoff single for Waupun, and that'll bring up Roz Rivera. 2 for 2 in the game so far, a double and a single for the Lady Warriors.
Is Ava just a freshman as well? I think when I counted last time, there were 4 or 5 that were actually
Yeah, she's
playing.
a freshman. Ava's just a freshman.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that the last time, too. I should remember that. Starter on the volleyball team.
Yeah, the one girl you don't see out here, even though she's a softball player, and then you put Ryan Babish, and she was a starter on the volleyball team, and has got some innings playing up here in varsity a little bit, but doing a lot of her stuff down on JV. But there's another up-and-comer.
Yeah, she was playing. She played on Saturday in the doubleheader against Laconia. She was in on that second game. Did really well.
Yeah, and also a very good basketball player. She probably was the second or third player off the bench for Waupun. So the future is bright for Waupun sports. First pitch misses a little high, makes the count 1-0 to Roz. I like those shortened girls' names, the Roz, the Izzies, and stuff like that. Just the.
Mom and Dad anguished over coming up with their original names, right? And then everybody shortens them to whatever they feel is more appropriate.
Oh, we named her Elizabeth. She's such a cute little precious child. When she's out there scrambling around on the baseball diamond and softball diamonds, now she's become Izzy. And I love that name. I really do love that for a girl's name.
Yeah.
Izzy and Roz, those are great names. And this one sharply hit past the third baseman, and a 3-for-3 game going for Roz Rivera. Smokes one past the third baseman. Puts runners now at first and second base. A couple of hits for Waupun, and that'll bring up Addie Braun up to bat with Olivia Lisa waiting on deck.
Yeah, I'm assuming, just as Jeff had mentioned over here, Carly White probably will come in and run again for Roz. Third time through the lineup, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the girls are doing a good job here. They've really figured everything out on the Winneconne pitcher.
I was talking about Ryan Babish, and I see she's got her helmet on and a bat in her hand, kind of in the hole right now.
Yeah.
For Waupun, so she's getting ready to come up. What a great athlete she is, and I know her mom. We called a lot of her games back in the day, and she graduated in the class of 2002. With she was Katie Beam back then, but she was on state champion volleyball team, very good softball player. Can't remember if she was I'm guessing she was a basketball player too, but man, she very good volleyball player, had a state championship her last year. And she still plays the highlight thing I did for them back in 2001 or 2 and during that season. And when I first met her husband, Matt, I worked with him over at Dodge Correctional.
Oh.
And he when I talked to me, he goes, I knew who you were because I've heard your tape numerous times already, your call on the volleyball when Katie, they won the state championship.
Oh, yeah.
I do have another, in case she wears that one out, I can make her a copy. That's hit. A little bunt over towards the third base side. Audra Schaefer picks it up and gets the out over at first base.
Route number 1.
So a sack bunt there by Braun, and that does her job with that. Runners now at second and third base.
Harder on deck.
Does exactly what you wanted to happen with that bunt. It was a beautiful bunt laid down there nicely. Allowed both of the runners to rotate up to their next base.
A little off that one, and a swing, and a ball fouled back and out of play off the bat of Olivia Lease. I'm not sure, doesn't look like Ryan. She had her helmet on before and ready with a bat and everything else, but they must have decided not to do that. Runners at second and third now for Waupun with one down. And it's a slow roller over towards the third baseman, and now kind of caught in the rundown is Ava Vandezan between third and home, got caught out there, and not a planned event out there because Josh Navas kind of went down to his hands on his knees after that one, and a running error gets an out with our lead runner out now, and runners at first and second for Waupun.
It was a great defensive play by Winneconne. I mean, I thought that Vandezan did what she should have done. She started to come down the line, but the third baseman, instead of throwing to get the sure out, decided to stick and hold it in her hand, and then ended up catching her dead to rights.
She just looked right back and saw she was there. This is going to loop in for a base hit right behind first base, and Waupun is going to score another run. And a play over at third base, Waupun gets the run over there, and Waupun trying to maybe draw a throw. Winneconne just seems surprised by some of these situations, and if you play a lot of softball, these are things you should be used to be looking for. But everything kind of fell apart there for Winneconne, and they score a run.
They just didn't get a chance to see it at Winneconne because with only the 4 hits, even though they did get 2 runs in, they just didn't get to see the true strength of this Waupun Warriors team.
So top of the order now with Kaylee Westfall up to bat. Yeah, because they kept being surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't surprised with the runner getting that runner between third and home, and they got that out to play before that. But, after that, they were just kind of shocked on a couple things that happened. And Waupun Just aggressiveness, got themselves a run because of it. This one bounces and blocked by Stille. Olivia at least taking a nice long lead off from third, and the catcher had to look her back. So runners at second and third for the Lady Warriors. Leading 5-0 now here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And a sharply hit ball past the second baseman. That's going to bring in a couple runs now for Waupun. A 2-run single off the bat of Kaylee Westfall. Jumped on that one. He just smokes it out to right field. 2 runs in now for Waupun, and they now lead 7-0. 3 here in the inning.
This is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you've talked about it before. We're not facing Winneconne's ace, but again, Coach Navas had said, if we'd have been patient, this is kind of where he expected the game to be the last time.
Kylie Plime up to bat, pops one up behind the catcher, and that one goes off the screen just before it gets to the glove of Maddox Stille. So we got that runner at first base with 3 runs in, 7-0 Waupun. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Waupun, this is their last game before they play in the regional semifinal next week, Tuesday at home. And they will play the winner of the Grafton hosting Sheboygan Falls Kohler co-op team taking on Grafton. Grafton's the number 7 seed, and Sheboygan Falls Kohler is number 10 seed. And Waupun a number 2 seed. And you host when you have the higher seed in regionals. That's a little pop-up right back to the pitcher. Didn't have to really move it all to get it. Hauls it in. But not before the damage is done. Waupun comes up with 4 hits for Waupun, and they bring 3 across the plate. Now lead 7-0 after 5 complete. Back in 60 seconds with the top of the 6th inning. Waupun taking on Winneconne on RP Sports.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
Okay, we are back at Jerry Needham Field, and we're heading to the top of inning number 6. Waupun with a 7-0 lead after scoring 3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And coming up the bat will be the pitcher, Nora Kutnink, followed by Maddox Stille, and then Izzy Schaefer. Number 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order for the Wolves. Big cut on that one, but foul down to the ground for strike 1. Yeah, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on Waupun girls softball and boys baseball. That's definitely our first priority in covering them all the way through, whenever they would possibly lose along the way in the tournament. Both teams playing some great baseball and softball right now this time of year. And who knows how far they could get. Keep an eye on Oakfield, too. Might just be doing some radio games on that if that conflicts, which it will every time we get. And the Waupun teams play. This one's chopped down, but foul. Again, makes the count 0-2. I don't know if their boys have lost over in Oakfield yet. I haven't checked that lately.
I did not either. I think that last I had checked, I thought that they were still undefeated.
And, of course, the girls softball team last I looked was ranked. And sticking her arm out there again. They're going to give her that again. What do you think she wears? The thing on her elbow.
Worked once, so might as well go with it.
Yeah, don't agree with that. I don't think both of those. You've been really obviously stuck. It was kind of an obvious move to sticking that elbow out there. But she's at first got it on base both times, so why not? And this one's going to make it out to right field. They're going to try to get that out at first,
Nice.
and they did. Good job by Ava Van de Zand out in right field. She tried to do that earlier, but the ball got by her. But this time she picked it up cleanly through a strike to first base, and they get Stilley out over at first base with a throw out from right field.
Just sent a text over to the Gus to find out what was happening over there, and the boys right now are trailing 4-0 to KML after 5 innings.
Yeah, big game in the East Central Conference over there. Don't have the standings out on that, but I knew that was going to be a couple big games that they were going to be playing this week against the Chargers. This is in short right center field, and a good job by Van de Zand covering the ground and takes it right in front of Rowan Harder, who kind of fell to her on the ground. But a good job by Van de Zand, showing some speed out there in right field and not playing like a freshman at all. Keeps the runner over at second base. Rowan kind of looking back at her teammate out there. She kind of did a face plant out there, but great play by Van de Zand out in right field. Had to run a long way to get that one. And this is hit deep out towards center field. Harder just kind of drifts back right by the warning track and hauls it in. Some nice coverage by the outfield in that inning. Nice play by the right fielder to throw out at first base, and Waupun shuts down Winneconne in the top of the 6th inning and lead 7-0. We'll have the bottom half of inning number 6 coming your way in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Looking to boost that bottom line? Check out the Massey Ferguson 7700S Series tractor at Waupun Equipment Company. These versatile machines have a wide selection of engine, transmission, and hydraulic specs so you can get the perfect machine for the work you need it to do. High-quality engineering and the latest precision farming tools add value and help you find new ways to be profitable. All this from the straightforward, dependable Massey Ferguson 7700S Series. See Waupun Equipment in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden for details.
Welcome back here to Jerry Miedema Fields as we get ready here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Coach Navas having a conversation.
Leading things off in the warrior half of the 6th.
Lexi Lehman leading things off for Waupun as we head into the bottom half of inning number 6. Waupun with a comfortable 7-0 lead. Addie Braun taking care of things in the pitcher's circle, but a great defense behind her too. Yeah, Waupun and KML going at it, and on the other side of town, over on the other end of Lincoln Street at the Gus, and those teams are tied at 9-1 for the top spot in the East Central Conference. So a lot at stake in that ball game. What was the update on that score-wise?
It was 4-0 after 5. I'll reach out to Scotty and I'll ask him again who's pitching.
A good job on a line drive right back to the pitcher. Kutnik goes down and grabs the ball, throws to first to get the out. So one down, and the other Lexi up to bat now. Lexi Garrettson. Lexi's got herself a single in the game. 1 for 3 in the game so far. Ava Van de Zand warming up the on-deck circle right now. And that one's a shot over towards second base and picked up by Izzy Schaefer. Just flicks it over to first base to get the out. So a couple of ground outs, kind of a quick inning going right now. Not many pitches here by the pitcher Kutnik. And Ava Van de Zand coming up, and she has got herself a single so far in the game, 1 for 2 in the game so far.
Just had a great defensive play out there in right.
Yeah, a couple of them out there. Threw out the runner at first, and then that nice long run that she had to get to catch another one. So solid defensive plays there by Wapun's right fielder, Ava Van de Zand, just a freshman. Weird to look down there because it doesn't have, it doesn't have the SO for sophomore.
Right.
It has years on there. 26, is that right? 2026, can that be right?
Can't be.
Yeah.
Cannot be.
Aren't those kids just like in third grade or something
Yes.
right now? But
yeah, that's what it seems like as you watch them through the years, doesn't it?
yes. Looking at my grandson too, and I did give a little speech when they first put up. What's the name of the building they put up? Where they do all the technical stuff out there? That building behind the high school, the Innovation Center, and I got to MC that event, and I was talking about that. This is going to be around here for the future. My grandson, the class of, I said 31. Yeah, that's when he'll graduate. Yeah, this is bounced right back to the pitcher, knocked down by Kutnick, picks it up and gets the out. Good job stretching up to grab that and keeping your foot on first base by Pelletier over there, but Waupun comes up empty quickly. Just their first 1-2-3 inning offensively for Waupun. So Waupun takes a 7-0 lead into the top of the 7th inning, and we'll have that for you coming up in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
We are back for the top of inning number 7. Steve and Jeff with you. Waupun leading 7-0, and just 3 outs away from taking second place in the conference. This is all for second place here tonight. Both teams sitting at 8-3 coming into the ball game. Waupun now with a 7-0 lead. This one bounced right in front of the plate, picked up by the catcher Westfall. Gets herself out of the playing field for a better angle and gets it over to Lexi Garrettson for the out.
Yeah, we talked about this too. Kewaskum, yes, right now is considered to be the top of the conference, but Waupun lost to them twice by one run.
Hannah Olson is up now.
We have a
we've got a new batter coming up for the first time, Hannah Olson.
Coach trying to get some experience for the players. So I just had to ask Scotty Van Galen, who's over at the Gus, who is the starting pitcher today, and it was Mason Holtz.
Wow.
And they're down 4-0 after 5.
Mason has been owning things out there as a pitcher, especially the last half of the season.
Yeah, he's just been dominant.
Olson comes in, and they're going to get it out again out to right field, and another throw out from right field by Ava Vandazan. Nice job by Olson coming in for first at bat of the ball game, almost getting herself a base hit, but Vandazan playing in shallow and throws another strike to first to get her second put out from right field.
We're going to have a conversation with her after the game.
So we're talking to her.
Yeah. Reminder that we will be. Steve loves to go down on the field. He does an amazing job. So stick with us as the folks out there that are watching, that we'll have the interviews at the end of the game.
And another one roller over to second base, picked up by White, throws it to first, and a 1-2-3 inning to end the ball game. Waupun with a 7-0 victory here tonight. And we'll take a little break. I guess I'm going to go down to the field and get a few interviews with some of the players out there, maybe Coach Josh Navis too. So stick around for the interviews after the ball game here on RP Sports.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get-to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today. This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Looks like you got even.
Okay, welcome back to Jerry Meadham Field. Waupun wins 7-0 over Winneconne, second place in the conference. Way to go, girls. And we've got a few of the players here, big games for many players for Waupun. We're going to start out, and she was pretty excited about being asked to get interviewed, Ava Vandezand. Things didn't go well at first play. You tried to get that out at first base, but you got a couple outs, put outs from right field, and that nice catch almost over to center field right in front of Rowan when she did that face plant out there. But so, just talk about that. Is something always in your mind that if they get those ones on short right field, you maybe can get that out at first?
Well, I've been working really hard on my 93, so it was like really exciting for me when I got those outs at 1. So.
Yeah, that's got to be, for doing it twice in a game is pretty amazing too.
Yeah, I've been working really hard on those, and I got really excited when I could finally overcome all my fear about get it done.
And your fear of being interviewed is over too. You seem like you seem just fine right now, but getting your second interview with her so far. But just talk about being a freshman on the team. Now you're late in the season. Do you feel like a freshman anymore?
Sometimes, but I feel like I play better than a freshman. I play like I put everything out there. So
you probably are all right until the older girls call you a freshman or something like that. But great job. A couple of nice putouts from right field.
Huh?
A couple of nice putouts from right field. It's a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move on now. We're going to. This is a seasoned veteran now with talking right now with us, Rowan Harder, and she had a 3-for-3 ball game today, a double and a couple singles, and got the bat going today, huh?
I've been struggling a lot at the plate, but so getting those hits felt really good.
You like that? What happened out there with that play out in right center field? I didn't want to bring that up again, but I thought I was going to see some dirt on your forehead or something.
I was just going for the ball so fast, and then I had to bail, and then I wasn't going to be able to stop, so I just dove.
Well, way to get out of the way, but a great job from the plate today. Getting that out of your number 9 batter says a lot for the team, so good job out there.
Thank you.
And another person with 3 base hits in the ball game, a 2-run double also in the ball game in her first at bat, Roz Rivera. Swinging a pretty good bat right now for Waupun. Great job out there. You just ball looking big to you right now for you to put it out there?
Oh, yeah. I've been struggling the past couple of days just getting my zone dialed back in. So getting these hits have been really good for me.
How do you feel about your team's chances in the season here? You start next week Tuesday, and we'll be here for that. So I think you can go pretty far in the tournament?
I think we can as long as we keep our heads held high and not get in our heads.
Okay. Good advice. So again, Roz Rivera, one of my favorite baseball names here for Waupun. So great job today. And we're going to talk to Addie Braun too. Again, taking care of business. Only gave up 4 hits today. And were you feeling pretty good today? And think all your stuff was working for you today?
Yeah, mostly everything was working besides, the 2 hit by pitch. But that's going to happen in a game. So
you would have had 1 less hit, but Jeff said something where he goes, they haven't hit a hard ball off her the whole game, and like within seconds, the girl smoked that one back up the middle. Otherwise, nobody really teed off on you here today. So thoughts about possibly playing this team again? I know their main pitcher wasn't here tonight, but thoughts about playing Winneconne possibly in the regional championships if you win your games coming up next week Tuesday.
I definitely think we could do it. We just got to, like Rod said, keep working and keep putting in the time and effort for this sport.
Okay, girls, well, a great game today. And see if we can get the coach too, but great game. To talk to Coach Josh.
Oh, you're going?
Novice too now.
Oh.
Must be working on their interview skills because they're all do really well. Even the freshmen, Nate. Josh, again, just talk about from them here today.
We really emphasized just hitting the ball. We had a great hitting session. We emphasized that in the last couple games where we really hit the ball well. We did that, so obviously we're going to keep that routine now. Where we have some alumni come back and throw down on Diamond 3 and give them some really good. Kayla Rote, another alumni who's our assistant, she's here right at home plate, really working each batter, giving them just great advice going into the game as opposed to doing it early in the week and just hoping it stays. They retain it. We hit lots of line drives today. It was a good piece of hitting. I think we only had 2 pop-ups maybe, and it was just even some of the outs were just great line drives. They made some nice plays in the outfield for some of those balls they're hit solid. So
what are they going to get the most reps doing this week Tuesday when you play your first postseason game? A game that playing these Winneconne Wolves again.
Yeah, maybe. They got Port Washington, so I told them we'd help them a little bit. Port is a good team, so and if they need some help, we'll certainly help our conference teams if we can. But for us at practice going in, we have some little tweaky injuries, so we turned down some games that we could have gotten from some good teams. But we might do some scrimmaging because we got some good pitchers on our staff that we can see our own girls and get really dialed up, and that hasn't been the case in the past where we only have one, and then someone that can throw bunting, but not that 3rd and 4th pitcher that can really bring it for us at practice. So, and we might have an ice cream shop stop too. They earned it. Well, they had a great season. So
yeah, you got fun in there too, so I like that. But congratulations on what you've been doing here with the team. Great bunch of girls, and we're going to be there for you for the postseason, so good luck with that.
Thank you. The support this year from the parents and our community and the WGSA has just been great. So, and you guys, so they love seeing you here, and my daughter does too. So she did you good? All right, good. Yep. Yeah. She's got her first job career in the industry, so we're proud of her. And so she might not make it home as much, but she gets to watch the games. That's awesome. So
you're doing a great job. Head coach for the Waupun Lady Warriors, Josh Novice, joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, we'll send it back up to Jeff. Waupun wins 7-0 here at Jerry Meadham Field.
So let's get a little bit of an insight here about how things went today. Again, a fantastic game. Hitting at the plate, the Warriors did a nice job there. They had 11 hits, scored 7 runs. They only left 7 runners on base, and only had 1 error out there defensively. So again, a congratulations, obviously, to the Lady Warriors. And let's talk also, and as Steve had mentioned it before, Roz Rivera, 3 for 3 from the plate, scored a run, had 2 RBIs. And Carly White came in and ran for her a couple of times, but again, she had those 2 RBIs, which was huge. And then coming out of the 9 spot, Rowan Harder, again, solid 3 for 3 with 2 runs and 1 RBI. Very impressed again with the pitching for Addie Brown on the mound, just a freshman, and again, did a great job of keeping the Winneconne Wolves off balance and did an amazing job here today at Jerry Meadham Field. So Thanks for following the broadcast. As you heard Steve say, we will be following these Lady Warriors as they start their tournament play. More than likely, they should be starting on Thursday. So we'll be joining and following those Lady Warriors, and then we'll find out where the boys team ends up. But again, hope you've enjoyed our broadcast. We enjoyed bringing it to you, and hope that you will have a great evening, and take care of yourself, and God bless.
Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Kayla.
Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walder's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right.
Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba, and throws it down for the two. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.